I'll be reacting to Soaring Sky, Precure, episode 34, and 1-0, go. And I'll do that. That was like the film reel look that the Toei Animation logo has. It looks nice and well rendered. All right, I'm just glad it's back. I mean, that's kind of Mondo's fault, though. That's the thing. Yo! It's talking as if he's been castrated. Oh, shit. Shoot. But hey, at least now we're actually getting to see what's been going on with Bata Mondo's life at the very least. Although when it comes to continuity, it does make me question the continuity of the series, though, because we've got the Undergoo Empress. Oh, this makes me wonder. The Undergoo Empress was able to send like a huge lightning strike to actually cause harm towards Kabuton. And one of Kabuton, well, at least in the last episode of Kabuton being a villain. Yeah, right now we got Batamonda and Kabuton. They're both actually having a casual life, yet the Undergoo Empress is letting them live. And isn't that? And I find it inconsistent. Like the Undergoo Empress punished Minaton and attempted to punish Kabuton for their failures, yet the Empress let go of Bontamonda without attempting to kill him or have him taken over. That feels inconsistent. At this point, I gotta at least expect a few inconsistencies in Soaring Sky Precure. Oh, that's cute though. Hey, at least we're seeing Marshall actually develop as an author, though. At the very least, it's his own fault, though. He's the reason why he's miserable. Whoa, so much urge. But at least their attempt. Oh, I love how they added Ellie into like the opening. Haven't actually commented on that, but it is so darn cute. But yeah, I mean, I hope after the string of weak writing that this series has had over the last few weeks, I can only hope they can start to turn things around. Hopefully. I hope I'm not just consuming hopium right now. But y'all can't blame for being just a little bit pessimistic after what I've experienced over the last few weeks when it comes to this series. But hey, despite its flaws, the series is still entertaining to its credit. Because there are some anime that can have a few poorly written episodes here and there, but it's like this. They disappoint sometimes. At least this series, it can still entertain. And you know what? Yeah, oh man, it's nice seeing Ellie to the very right. Yo. All right, at least from the title, it's going to focus on the very least because she does need the character development of them. Well, actually, her and Tsubasa really do need a lot of character development. Uh, Going from being a slave to the Underground Empire to now becoming a corporate slave. Can't feel sorry for Baltamonda. Aw, that's adorable. Yo, that's a really good drawing of Ellie. I really love it. Hey, it happens. Like sometimes kids can actually have a low attention span. I mean, you're not that late, Millie Blue. It's all good. In case you're wondering what I miss, I mentioned that this series has a lack of continuity when it came to the Underground Empress because she obviously had scared capture Minaton to use as an asset for evil, and she attempted to assassinate Kabaton. Yet when it comes to Bontamonda, we see him in an apartment all casually, with Kabaton being like his neighbor, and we didn't see any scenes of the Underground Empress trying to have Bontamonda captured or assassinated. That's what you missed. Like I look at that as a continuity error because so aside from the Underground Empress being completely unintelligent, her punishments towards individuals are also highly inconsistent. I mean, there's positives. They're developing Monstro as a character. We're getting to see Monstro develop as an author, so there's positives, but there's negatives too, though. On top of it, but at the very least, it's still an enjoyable episode. Mo- ah, yeah, you can't please everyone. Yeah, like honestly, that's life. You can't please everyone at all. Oh, I mean, every single time Ellie talks, I just get all I just laugh and it's cute. She's awesome. She's really awesome. Honestly, yeah, my friend who watches this series, their least favorite character is Ellie, though. Well, ironically enough, one of my favorite characters in this series is Ellie. You're wondering why my friend doesn't like Ellie that much, is because it feels like Ellie is just gift wrapped at everything without any training. That's what my friend doesn't like about Ellie. Yeah, I did, but it was bound to happen. Yeah, it's Ellie. Just think about it. Ellie is a MacGuffin. She's given all these powers without any training at all. Like she doesn't train for it like Sora. She doesn't go through any arc like Tsubasa when Tsubasa tries to fly. Yeah, Ellie is gift wrapped all these abilities. And I didn't even notice that. Like my friend noticed that instantly. He's like, Ellie is the definition of a Mary Sue. Like given all these powers without working for it. That's why he doesn't like Ellie at all. Like he at least found some enjoyments, and then the Ellie episodes ruined it for him when she became Pure Majesty. She was just hoping to be like giving powers and that's it, not being involved in the fights because then it would feel unearned. He said that it would have been better if there was like a 16-year time skip so that all the characters are older. Then he'd be like, okay, then it'd be make sense if Ellie has powers and everyone else is an adult. But the way he didn't like the way they handled it with Ellie. That's why Ellie is his least favorite character in the series. He felt Ellie ruined it. Well, he felt the series was already on a rough half. It's just Ellie made it worse because she's literally just a walking MacGuffin with the amount of power she gets. Because he was cool with how Sora and Monster got their powers. He feels Monster is a waste. And with like, yeah, he can find it, kind of see it fine because she's an adult, so she should understandably be strong in her debut episode. But Ellie, it's like, yeah, no, they lost him with Ellie. That's what he said. That they completely lost him with Ellie. That's if Monstro was a good character, Melly Bloom. Last I checked, Monstro, they don't really handle her that well. They really botched her character when it came to skipping her parents. But Sora's a really good character, though. I like Sora. But Monstro can't really say she's a strong character, Monstro. She isn't. They ruined it by skipping the parents. That's why I don't feel much for Mashiro. Same with my friend. He says the same thing too about Mashiro. They wasted her. Like they really wasted her character, not showing, like literally building up for weeks that she was gonna see her parents, and then not show her off a lot. Thing is, though, Melody Boom, it's hard to feel for Mashiro when they don't develop her character that much. Because Sora, people care about. I like the chemistry here. That's cute. But Sora, like she worked a lot, and not only that, here's where they messed up Mashiro too, Melody Boom. When Sora told Mashiro that she doesn't have to improve herself. She's perfect the way she is. That was bad. That was a bad scene because in life you could always get better. So that's where they really kind of broke Mashiro. But at least they're trying to fix her now. But they're trying. Toei's trying. But yeah, when it comes to Crunchyroll and right stuff, I mean, it was bound to happen. I heard about the controversy. Honestly, I don't think of it as much of a big deal because regardless, Mailroom right stuff was already not selling because people were saying that Crunchyroll is gonna get rid of the ecchi stuff. Right stuff was already getting rid of the ecchi stuff to begin with. Oh, that's so cute. Melly Boom, the thing is though, anime fans don't like it when anime are split up. Anime fans don't know what they want, Melly Bloom. Most of them don't. First to say, oh my gosh, monopolies. But then when we have a Crunchyroll, High Dive, Netflix, Hulu, then people say it's fragmented too much. Anime fans don't know what they want. Personally, when it comes to anime, I prefer Monopoly because I'd rather have it all on one site instead of having to spend $53 a month on anime. Just to have $15.50 on Netflix, $10 on Crunchyroll, because I need the $10 package because I use my other computer to make thumbnails. $7 for Hulu, and like a few dollars for High Dive. And the Mac. Whoa! Whoa, she's smart. So when it comes to anime, I don't mind monopolies that much. That was a good joke. I loved it. The only block for people that don't pay though, Melly Bloom. That's the thing. Well, yeah, that is a pain. But they do that though. I mean, Angry Emperor is really incompetent though. The thing is, with Melly Bloom, I'll give Crunchyroll this. At least they make people see the episode with subtitles because High Dive doesn't really let people see anything for free. I don't know why people complain about Crunchyroll because Netflix, Hulu, and High Dive don't let you see anything without a subscription. Crunchyroll at least lets you see something, even though they make you wait months. At least because I use all the services, I really think people give High Dive a little bit too much flat. I mean, they throw too much shit at them when it's like, okay, then throw the same complaint towards Netflix, Hulu, and High Dive, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, anime fans, pay us, because you cannot see anything for free." That's how I look at it, LA Bloom. That's when it comes to Crunchyroll. I don't mind them too much because at least Crunchyroll, the advantage about them is, yeah, Sony does shady things, obviously, but at the very least, they let people see episodes. And also, Crunchyroll does, even though they block dubs, at least they let people see something. Well, if it's like Netflix, Hulu, and IDA, if you don't have money, they're like, tough luck. That's their perspective. That's why I appreciate Crunchyroll because since I have all these services and since I throw my money at all these services, I just look at it with not that much bias since I own them all. So Crunchyroll handles it the best when it comes to anime for that reason. And again, as a company, Sony does shady things. I definitely don't like how they handle PlayStation. If it comes to gaming, I think Microsoft this gen is the nicest when it comes to the current gaming gen. I'm definitely not taking Sony's side when it comes to gaming, but when it comes to anime, I'm taking Sony's side. Even with the questionable things, because Hideout also censors anime too. It's not even just Crunchyroll anymore. Haida. Aw. I love it. Ellie's like, Ellie go, yeah, man, that's cool. I love this. And I love when it comes to our girl here, they give her the transformation individually. That's awesome. But honestly, though, what I'm really enjoying about this episode, at least they're giving Baltamonda some depth. I mean, it's not amazing depth, but at least earlier in the episode, I do like that. I appreciate the fact that he did let Sora know that if you're a pro, you can't avoid bad reviews, which is true. Yeah, even when you're not pro, like look at me, I just make content for fun. You even get critique even if you're not a pro. So I love that lesson. That lesson's really good. Like so far, save for the slight inconsistency with how the Underguru Empress handles punishments towards her henchmen, this episode is good so far. As long as I don't think about it too deeply, it's enjoyable. But the thing is, my brain has to think about these things though, because even if I'm not reacting to every anime anymore, it's just hard not to do this when you watch as much Mahou Shoujo anime as I do. Oh yeah, that's the first time you've ever seen Cure Majesty. It's all right, Melly Bloom, because for the most part, Melly Bloom, I think I'm the most disliked Precure reactor. I don't know if that's a real stat, but I do know my Precure reactions ever since the Minotaur arc started. My Precure reactions get loads of dislikes unless it's an episode that it's actually really good and I praise. Then, so hey, go ahead. Go ahead. You can talk about whatever you want because it's a Precure reaction. I think I've established myself as the most disliked Precure reactor right now. At least I think I am. Which hey, I don't mind. If I see Precure do something bad, I'm not gonna be scared. I'm gonna call it out. I mean, if you watch as much Magical Girl anime as I do, you're it's gonna be hard to ignore all the problems. I've watched way too many Magical Girl animes, so my standards for Magical Girl anime are high because I've watched adult Magical Girl anime. I've watched a Magical Girl anime for teenagers. I've watched a Magical Girl anime for literally kids. So I do have higher than usual expectations for a Magical Girl anime because I just watched a lot of this stuff. So unlike other people, I do have standards from my Magical Girl anime because I care about them. If I didn't care about them, then I wouldn't be breaking things down that much. But I do care that much, though. And saying that, I love the teamwork here. At least this time, it isn't just Ellie doing a barrage of powerful attacks. This is cool. Seeing like the team in sync always puts a smile to my face. Straight up, man. But no worries, man. Boom. You can talk about topics like the right stuff, Crunchyroll situation. Like, no worries. I don't know if I don't know how I feel about them utilizing like their strongest finisher though, against an opponent that doesn't seem that strong though. But again, this isn't actually a complaint about this episode because that's not really a narrative issue. I'm just like, if you have a cool new power up, just save it for the coolest enemies, you know? Again, that's not an issue towards the episode itself. I enjoy this episode overall. But if you do have a super cool special move, though, just save it for the strongest foes so that when you have a strong, super strong foe, then it's cooler, you know? Again, this isn't really complaints about this episode, though, when it comes to like this special attack. I like looking at this special attack. It's fancy looking. extravagant, but it'll have the same effect it has in Mika Dreamy, where in Mika Dreamy, they had like the cheer cheer chant, and eventually that chant got old because it was easy to predict how every battle was going to end. Still, though, cool finisher. I mean, it's nice. It really is. Oh, that's a shame they don't do that, Melody Bloom, because that'd be awesome. I don't know what it means by that. I guess they would Melody Bloom because Crunchyroll hasn't really carried the other Precure series, so I understand why they wouldn't do it. Yo, that's adorable. I like this. Okay, I like that character from Ashura. They're at the very least. No, he only enabled her. Man, Mondo will realize not to be so evil. All right, good. She's realized the most important lesson. I love how Yamondo's taking it back too. My goodness, they actually, wow, this is actually a genuinely good episode from Ashura. I'm actually pretty impressed. Cool. Yeah, and they actually gave some development to Mondo too. I like how he's a tsundere. Oh man. I love how Mondo has become his street name now. Oh man, Pure Prism's nice, so I don't mind one bit actually. Her dancing. Not really, but it's an improvement. I mean, Melly Bloom, they're never gonna recover from them building up Mashiro's parents for like literally 10 episodes and then skipping her parents just to have Tsubasa save a random flight attendant's plane to fly. They're never going to recover from that ever, Melly Bloom. They're never gonna recover from the fact that they wasted 10 minutes on Tsubasa talking to the flight attendant's daughter on flights and all that pointless jazz. They're never gonna recover from that. That's always gonna be on the head of Soaring Sky Precure. I'm not gonna forget the fact that they had multiple episodes of them giving parallels to Mashiro and Ellie, mentioning the fact that Ellie misses her parents and Mashiro does miss her parents too. They're never gonna recover from that. Like even like at least they're doing some stuff with Mashiro though. It's an improvement. That's why I've had to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being abysmal, 5 being entertainment exceptional. It's a solid 7 out of 10 episode. I love how they utilize Baltamonda more. Yeah, there's inconsistency. It's like, so why didn't the Underground Empress try to get rid of Baltamonda like she tried to get rid of Minotaur or have it be possessed like Minotaur or Kabaton when she tried to get rid of Kabaton, but still, despite consistency, it's a fun episode. Oh, okay, Sora based. Nice. The animation looks good in some cuts. Oh, I like the way she kicked the dirt. That was cool. Nice. So at least with Mashiro, she's realized now that you're not going to be able to impress everyone. But hey, as long as someone's happy, that's what matters. I love that message because to have the message of you can't please everyone. I mean, a lot of people, young people, older people have to learn that lesson, which is cool. And not only that, I like how they didn't take the cliche route that some anime would do in having her make something that would impress the kids that didn't like her work. It just ended up with Mashiro accepting that reality. I love how it was Monda giving her that advice, and I love how Monda legitimately like someone actually giving him some praise and cheering him up. That was some growth for him. So at least for Mondo, they're giving him something to do. So that's what made the episode enjoyable. The episode wasn't the most beautifulest looking episode, but it worked. Thought the voice acting was great. Thought it had a bit of good comedy here and there. And that's why, despite the continuity issues that it has, I still thought it was good. I liked it. At least they tried to do something with Mashiro, which is better than them doing nothing, which is nice. And that's why I appreciate the episode overall. And yeah, say overall, I was pleasantly surprised. I'm definitely happy for the next one, though, because it's going to be Sora. Woo! Yes! And y'all know I love Sora. Like, whenever it's an episode on Sora, y'all know I get hyped up. Yes! Yes! Y'all know how much I love that. Oh, man. Literally, Sora's carrying the series on its back. Ironically enough, my friend's favorite character is, like, it's actually Tsubasa, with Sora being second place. Those are pretty much the only characters he has some respect for. And I get a little bit. So he's probably gonna enjoy the next episode. At least. Yeah, because like the other character, Sora actually trains, so her getting stronger actually makes sense. That's what's actually pretty enjoyable. Pretty much because it wasn't for her, this series would be a disappointment. Because, yes, my people, as much as I do like Ellie, yeah, I agree with my friend. Ellie is a walking MacGuffin with all the power she gets. She didn't get the training. Like, I like Ellie's development when it comes to Ellie being a bit more selfless and mentioning that she loves Mashiro. But, yeah, she got gift wrapped with way too many abilities, so I can't really call Ellie great anymore. Toei really put a lot of power to her. Can't really say much positive about Mashiro. Tsubasa is the biggest disappointment probably in this series. Tsubasa. Gal's okay. So yeah, literally, yeah, Sora's the last one carrying this. Literally, it's just Sora. You're right, yeah. She's the only character that I can say they've only messed with her once, and that was when she was telling Batamonda that she's gonna let him go, and she's gonna get strong to the point where he can't hurt her. Or that was the only time where I'm like, yeah, they maybe could have written Sora better there. Or when she told Mashiro, you don't have to improve. You're already perfect the way you are. But those are the only two moments where I find Sora's character to be questionable. Everything else, Sora's the only character that's really consistently written from start to finish without much flaws. I mean, she has character flaws. I'm saying flaws as in, like, everything that Sora's done, save for those two specific sequences, has been pretty cool. So, yeah. She definitely, I agree with you, man, but she does carry the series. This series would definitely be a disaster without Sora. Like, definitely. Thank goodness she's in the series, though. Like, she's definitely, at least of the Precure I've seen, she's the best blue Precure I've seen, which is saying a lot because even though I haven't watched the 20 years of Precure, I've at least watched 20% of the Precure series. Since this is the 20th year anniversary, I've seen at least 20% of the blue Precures, and of the blues I've seen, yeah, straight up, Sora's the best blue. Like, no contest. She carried, like, she's the best. So, and that's saying a lot because, again, like, there were some quality blue Precure characters in the series, but Sora, woo, she's like, man, she's cool. She's definitely cool. But anyways, thank you very much to Melody Bloom and everyone else for watching my video. Yeah, like I can honestly see, and also, fun fact, there was a game that had like a character that's a ripoff of Sora. Like, she's so good. There's even a game that had like rips off her character design. That's funny. That's cool. If you rip off, no, Melody Bloom. I honestly look at it as a badge of honor because Melody Bloom. I'd rather be honest about an anime than to get extra likes just to bandwagon on the popular trend, because I also get a lot of dislikes on Mushoku Tensei, even though a lot of people are calling it peak. No, I call it how it is. I don't really care that much about popularity. I'd rather have an honest opinion because It's better to be honest than to have more like ratios just for the sake of feeding the algorithm. So I actually, but thank you though, Melly Bloom. Thank you. But I actually don't mind it that much anymore because I really just have to be honest about it. Because honesty is the best way of handling most scenarios. Most scenarios, anyway. But yeah, regardless, still, I'm having fun watching these episodes. Man, I'm excited for next week because it's Sora. Woo! Wait, I sounded like a different person than when I was saying woo. Well, that's how I know she's my fave. But yeah, thank you. You too, Melody Bloom. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much. And bye-bye, y'all.